Hey. Welcome to Walking the Path. Welcome to Walking the Path. I'm so grateful and so thankful that you guys are here. I want to tell you guys a story. It's story time. Would you like, come on, children. Children, sit around. Let me tell you a little story. It's a story. Let me tell you about a story of a man named Jed. Boy, hey, brother, smiling Chef Matthew. How you doing, man? I'm so grateful you're here. Ryan's here. Woohoo! Who else? Medicine Man, what's up? I'm so grateful you guys are joining. All right, I was just saying it's story time. Children, come on in and sit down. We'll tell you a little story about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. No, I ain't gonna tell you that story. But then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground came a bubbling crude. That's not the story I want to tell you. I want to tell you a story about the medicine. That's the story I want to tell you. And I want to tell you a story about medicine. Then I want to talk to you about a wonderful, I want to easy tip for meditation and why you need to start meditating. But you do. I hate to tell you. I don't hate to tell you. I'm here to tell you, you need to meditate. Meditation is a fine. Hey, I don't have my glasses on. Hey, what's up? Great to see you. Nubian Tours, Joe Cada. We're going to Cuba. We're going to Cuba. Okay, I'm going to Cuba with Joe Cada and Agape. Now I can see. In October, somebody said, "Why are you going to Cuba? Why are you going to Cuba, boy?" That's what they said to me. What's spiritual about Cuba? It's a communist country. And I said, well, it's a country that it's been outside of the mechanisms of marketing and capitalism for the last 60 plus years. So it'll be interesting to see a culture that has not been a part of the marketing apparatus and consumption apparatus. I mean, they have their own stuff. They're not perfect, but it'll be interesting to just see, this is like a kind of the Galapagos Island of modern culture, where you get to see what it was like, what it would have been like without that. So interesting enough. Okay, enough about me. I want to tell you a story about the medicine. Y'all want to hear a story about the medicine? Give me a thumbs up if you want to hear a story about the medicine. I wanted to tell a story because this story was one of the first times I drank. It was the first time I drank medicine. First time ever. I came to Rythmia in 2017, and I had been, the previous 10 years, I had been living in Los Angeles and working as the sales manager at a yacht charter company in Marina Del Rey. And a dear friend, she wasn't a dear friend then, she was a soon-to-be dear friend, said, hey, there's this place called Agape, and I'm going to go, and I think you'd really like it. So why don't you come with me? And I said, okay, sure. And I went, and the minute I walked in the door, something activated in me, something clicked, and the seeds that my mother had been watering and planted, the seeds my mother had planted for so many years, because my mother was very mystical and spiritual, and I kind of rejected all that. And then I went to Agape, and something got activated in me. And I found my spiritual home. I found my spiritual teacher, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. And I began very quickly getting involved in, that was 2008. I began, maybe in the next couple of years, I began getting more and more involved and started to sing in the choir and to volunteer. And then soon I was working in Reverend Michael's office and devoting myself to become a spiritual practitioner, which is someone who practices the presence and practices the principles. And so I became a spiritual practitioner. And during this time, like many of you, you might have had a spiritual awakening, but then you're still going back to your job, and you're like, something in you wants to be different, but you can't just like quit your job and go be a yoga instructor, right? It's like, what am I going to do? What is my purpose? And it's hard to figure that out. I was in that space for many years. I had a vision. I couldn't think of anything specific. Like, it would be easy if it was like, yes, yoga. Then I know I want to be a yoga instructor. Then I've got to go study yoga and open up a studio. That's it would be easy if I knew something that clear. But all I knew was I liked teaching. I liked speaking. And and I liked travel. And I did a sort of vision board. I was dating this guy at the time, and we're still good friends. And he said to me, I remember all those years ago, we sat in your living room in your apartment in Marina Del Rey, and we did that synergy board. And you came up with this idea. And he reminded me that I said, I want to get paid for being me. And I want to travel, and I want to speak, and I want to teach, and I want to be of service. And he was like, that's great. Whatever. So fast forward, that same girl, Stacy, who invited me to come to Rythmia invited me to come to Agape in 2008. Now here it is almost 10 years later, 2017. And she called me and said, hey, I'm in Costa Rica. I'm working at this place called Rythmia. And we have this new project with stem cells there. And we need someone to help tell people about this new product because people don't really understand it. And we need someone that can be like a salesperson, but it's a spiritual retreat center. And we need like a spiritual salesperson. And I was like, well, that would be me, so I came down and I checked it out for 2 weeks and said, well, this is cool. I think I'd like to do that. And I ended up leaving my job at the yacht company, Fantasy Yachts, with the blessing of the owner and my boss. He was really cool. And I came down to Rythmia. Now, I left out one part. There was a lot of years in my life pre-2008, the 90s and the early 2000s, where there was a lot of sex and a lot of drugs in my life. And I cleaned myself up from addiction, and Agape really put the seal on that, right? Like really helped me to release that fully. And so I had cleaned myself up. Now, the thing about addiction is addiction of any sort is sort of like a floodwater. Whatever we're doing is covering up what we really are avoiding, what we don't want to deal with, right? The addiction covers that up. And when you get rid of the compulsive behavior, the addictive behavior, I originally thought, if I could just stop, doing all these drugs, I'd be better. I'd be okay. But once you stop doing the thing, doing the substance or the addictive behavior, then it's like the floodwaters recede. And if you've ever seen pictures of like a hurricane after the storm surge has come up and then the waters recede, what's left is destruction and mud and oil and gook and all that shit. Hey, everybody, Charlotte. Wow, beautiful. So glad you're here. So Cindy Baby is here too. I'm not seeing all these people. Hey, everybody, thank you. So Cindy Baby is one of those people from the yacht company. We did their wedding and a birthday or something like that. How good to see you. So anyway, yeah, it's years ago. So when you remove the addictive behavior, what's left is all the gook and all the stuff that you need to clean up, right? And so I got a lot of that cleaned up, but that's never fully done. We're always cleaning ourselves up. Now I'm at Rythmia 2017. I've cleaned myself up from addiction. I've become a licensed spiritual practitioner. And suddenly, somehow out of no way, I found a way to travel and start working in a spiritual center. That was really cool. This is how it happens, people. Spirit has more ways to deliver you your good than there are stars in the sky. Spirit has more ways to deliver you your good than there are drops of water in the ocean or grains of sand on the beach. Spirit, the infinite possibility, infinite potential. We must remain open, as Reverend Cheryl reminds us, of unexpected ways that unexpected good can come into our lives outside of the normal channels. So I end up at Rythmia. And for the first 6 months that I was here, I decided I am not going to be drinking any of that plant medicine stuff because I spent many years getting myself clean. I don't need anything outside of myself to talk to God. Thank you very much. And I, was here working with the stem cell. Hey, Eric, great. Wow. All these amazing people. Thank you. Bear down, brother. So I thought, I saw all of these people drinking plant medicine. I'm here at Rythmia and I'm not drinking plant medicine for 6 months. And then finally I decide I'm going to drink some plant medicine. And because I saw so many changes, so many miracles, people, all this stuff happening all the time. I'm going to check on comments over here too. So anyway, I don't know how to do that. There's the chat. So, hey, Judy, choir bro, Judy Jackson. Wow. Levi. Whoa, what's up? Lily. Oh, this is Ann. Hey, Ann. Okay. So and Kristen, great to see you. All right. So back on the story. We're back on the story. So I decided to drink plant medicine and I do a guest week at Rythmia. I've been here 6 months. I've seen all this healing. I'm like, I want to try this out. So the first night I drink the medicine. I set my intention. I'm feeling nervous. I think I'm going to go into the unknown. You never know, right? And hey, Christopher Maldonado, what's up? Oh, this is so cool. All these old friends coming back. Hey, so I drink medicine for the first time, and we observe the normal silence, and then the music starts, and the ceremony is getting underway. And I start to shake and yawn and feel nauseous, and I start to notice that when other people are purging, that the shaman or the ayahuasqueros would move out into the area where everybody was and give them a blessing. They would blow this stuff on them. They call it shandur. It's a lotion, and it helps to clear the energy and to cleansing. And then they would give them a blessing. And all I knew was I wanted one of those blessings, right? I want a blessing, I said, I want one of them. And it didn't happen. I was sitting there on my mattress, and it looked like they were going to walk right towards me, and they go the other way, and they come this way and go the other way. And I started thinking, I really want one of those blessings, and why isn't it happening for me? Well, one of the main intentions at Rythmia is show me who I've become. Show me how I move through the world in order to make sure I get my needs met. And what have I been avoiding that I don't want to deal with? What have I not want to feel, hear, think, or know? So I'm thinking the medicine isn't working. I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. Medicine's not working. I'm just feeling nauseous, but I know that other people are getting blessings and I'm not getting a blessing. P.S. The medicine was showing me who I'd become, right? Thinking that I needed something outside of me to symbolize my healing, thinking I needed something outside of me that would some sort of external validation to signify that I had accomplished something, some sort of acknowledgement. And that was the first night. Next day, yeah, nothing happened. I'm thinking nothing happened. I'm thinking, the medicine isn't working. And I go into ceremony the next night with the same intention, show me who I've become, with an added intention, I want a blessing. Damn it. So I go into ceremony the next night. Noble silence, music starts, music going on, and same thing is happening. Somebody purges, and then they look like they're coming out towards me, and they go the other way, and they are passing me up all night. Now, and in addition to me thinking the medicine is not working, Aviana Castro, I'll see you soon, sister. Great to see you. In addition to thinking the medicine isn't working, I'm getting bitter and resentful and angry, right? Like, it's not happening for me. Why is everybody else getting the blessing? Why not? And feeling angry and bitter and resentful and sad, right? That's all of the second night. Still in my head, medicine's not working. The whole time it's showing me who I've become. Then the third night, go in, same thing, show me who I've become. Show me who I've become and give me a blessing, damn it. So third night, I go in and same thing happens again, no blessing. And I'm sitting there and I got a message straight from the medicine. And the message said, their blessing is your blessing. And I went, oh my God, yes, their blessing is my blessing. And I had this deep sense of oneness, and then it didn't matter. Like we were all one, and what was happening, what was good for them was good for me, and what was good for me was good for them. And I could see just the oneness and the joy, and all of it was so good. And I'm dancing in my mattress. I felt like Oprah at a ayahuasca ceremony. You get a blessing, you get a blessing for you, and blessing for you too. Yes, blessing, blessing, blessing. I'm blessing everybody. Everybody's blessing me. It's all so good. And then I open my eyes, and one of the shaman is standing in front of me. He's a good friend of mine that for the last 6 months we had been, become buddies. And he goes, brother, would you like a blessing? I said, I don't need it, but yes, I'd like a blessing. So that's my story. We said we'd have story hour today. Cheering, that was your story. Now, so that was my story of the first time I drank medicine. The medicine was showing me the whole time who I'd become. So the next thing I want to talk to you about briefly is meditation. We talked last week about what it means to be a spiritual person. What it means to be a spiritual person is you are connected to source, which is you. And not only are you connected to source, but you receive insights based on, thank you, Linda, you receive insights based on your connection. So what does it mean to be spiritual? You're connected, you receive insights, and then you take inspired action based on those insights. You're not taking action based on fear, doubt, lack, worry, limitation, not enoughness. You're taking action based on your inspiration from your higher self, which is the God within you. The innermost God and the uppermost God are the same God. So this is what it means to be a spiritual person. I'm receiving this information in a class that I'm taking, and I really liked it. I wanted to share it with you. How do we stay connected? Yes, walking in nature. Yes, working out. Yes, being in community. Yes, going to Agape, going to your spiritual center, and meditation. Now, everybody tells me, I can't meditate. I just sit there and my mind goes ding, 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 and it just doesn't work for me. And I tell them that is actually meditation. That's what meditation is. Sitting there, watching your mind go ding, 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 and saying, you know what? I'm going to sit my ass down. I have some dominion over myself. I am not at the whim of what my, the latest thought flying through my head, right? Okay, so I'm just looking at all these folks. So I'm telling you, meditation is a foundational practice. I want to encourage you to make a commitment to meditate 2 times a day, morning and evening. This was something that was very challenging for me for many years. And then for many years, I had a solid meditation practice in the morning, but couldn't quite get to the evening. And over the last bit of time, I've really established a solid 3 times a day. But for a long time, it was just 2 times a day. And I have to tell you that if you can do that, you want to stay connected to receive insights so that you can take inspired action. To do that, you got to check in twice a day. You can't trust yourself. You can't trust what your mind is telling you if you're not checking in twice a day. Really. You guys are going to be arguing with me, but I'm telling you, you want to, hey, Nikki, I'm sorry. I'll look at that later, sister. This is a foundational practice, and I want to share with you. Okay, someone's asking, what are the best meditation resources? Perfect. Here's what I want to tell you. I've got the easiest, simplest meditation I can share with you right now. And you can, check in with me, and I can share with you some more. But this is what I want to share with you. Let me pull this up. This has been so helpful for me. And people say, there's guided meditations and everything. I am talking about the simplest old school Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree meditation. No music, no guided meditation, no Joe Dispenza, no John Jacob, no anybody, no insight timer. You just need a timer and a place where you can sit quietly. That's it. And this is how we receive insight. And so Reverend Michael teaches us to meditate three things. First, your posture, your positioning, your posture. You want your feet flat on the floor or cross-legged. You want your back erect, but not rigid. You can kind of, here's the clue. I squeeze my pubis right above your sex organs. Squeeze, it's like you do a Kegel and then release the anus, and you're still squeezing the pubis. That activates the abdominis erectus. I just like to say that, abdominis erectus. It activates this and takes the pressure off my back. And then your chin is parallel with the floor, so you have a nice alignment. There's your position. If you want to ground, put your hands down. If you want insight, put your hands up. Receiving, grounding. Receiving, grounding. Okay, so first thing, position. Second thing, intention. Now, simple intention is always to connect. But as you increase your meditation practice, you can start going to meditation for answers to what's going on in your life. You can start to begin to say, I don't know what to do about this situation. I'd like some insight on that. I'm writing a story. I need some insight on that. I have this problem that I can't solve. I need some insight on that. What should I do about, how do I seem, my schedule's always full and I can't seem to find space. Whatever's going on in your life, take it to God, take it to your meditation, and get the insights from your connection. That's what it means to be spiritual. And you can't do that. Yes, exercise and walking in nature are brilliant. There's too much distraction. Nature's beautiful. I do get downloads and insights when I'm walking in nature. Einstein got, eureka moments. But the connection of interiority, eyes closed, going within, is unparalleled. And so that's the second thing, is your intention. So you can set the intention to just connect, but you can also set the intention to get clarity around the things that you're going through in life. This makes meditation. Now it's no longer like, oh, I got to meditate. It's like, oh, I can't wait to meditate and get the answer to the problem that I'm going through right now. Oh, yay, I'm going to meditate. Let me check in and just get the divine download. Now, here's the third piece of meditation. The third piece of meditation is Kate Atkins. I love Joe Dispenza, Kate. I'm just saying, you can do his meditations, but to check in and get your insights and downloads, classic Buddha meditation, you and God. That's it. You watching your breath. So that's the third piece of meditation. 1, positioning, posture. 2 is your intention. And 3 is your attention. Reverend Michael talks about your attention is on your breath. Now, here's the thing I want to share with you that's been so helpful for me with my breath. Okay, imagine a human skull. You've seen a human skull, like the skull without skin on it, right? Right here where your nose is a hole, right? And it has these two little like half circles right there, right inside. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of looks like that. You got this thing right here, right? One here and one there. This is not to scale, but or it could be like, Clink, you blundering idiot, you. How could you be so stupid? Okay, sorry. That was for anyone old enough to remember Hogan's Heroes. Oh, wait. That was, Clink was, oh, General Bolkada. Okay, anyway, very bad. So meditation, back to meditation. Sorry. So I want you to think of these two holes right where your cartilage meets your skull, right where your cartilage meets your skull. And if you, so place your awareness, close your eyes if you can. Like if you're driving, don't close your eyes, but close your eyes if you can, and place your awareness inside your nostrils where the skull meets your cartilage, where your cartilage meets your skull. And I want you to breathe super slow so that you can feel the air. You can feel the air going over the bottom part of that hole on both sides. Can you feel the air going over the bottom part of that hole? Now, on your next inhale, Imagine that air is going up in those holes and going right up over your third eye. And as you exhale, it's coming down over your third eye. And the whole time you are inhaling and exhaling, right? Oh, it's like a little washing, a stream washing up and down over your third eye. And you got to just breathe very gently. And your mind's going to wander, and then you come back to that breath. So your attention is on your breath. Okay, Judy says she has to go. Thank you for checking in, Judy. And Champion, great, awesome. He said he just sat down to meditate. Thank you for sharing, brother. So this is it. You set a timer. Start with 5 minutes, morning and evening, and set a timer, 5 minutes, and then for 1 week, make a commitment, 1 week, and then 10 minutes the next week. Just try that 2 times a day and see how it is. Get your butt down. Set your intention. I want to know what to do about my situation with. I want some insight on blank. What's my path forward in X, Y, or Z? And then breathe in and out. Oh, the last thing I want to tell you. So you're closing your eyes, roll your eyes gently up to the third eye point. It creates like a little channel. For me, it's like a little channel. So imagine this little channel right here. You're just going up and down. And when you roll your eyes up, it kind of creates a little channel there. And I think about that air just flowing up and over and down. If you do it long enough, you're going to get a little DMT kind of, you can see an orb, you can see light, you can see pinta, right? So it gives you a little DMT kind of thing going down. So that is, I want to just encourage you to meditate. That's it. Like twice a day, check in with yourself so that you can receive insights and downloads and then take action because you're connected with spirit. No more do you have to check in with everybody on everything because you can trust yourself because you're checking in twice a day. Isn't that what we want? I'm so tired of checking. What do you think? And and get 15 different opinions and it doesn't help you anyway. Eric, 373. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so that's it. That's our Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live. We had a good one today. Thank you all so much for joining, man. It was full over in Instagram world. And I don't know, I'm sure it was full over here. It was lots of activity in the chat on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yes, Smiling Chef, posture, intention, and attention is on the breath. Outstanding. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Peace and riches, blessings. Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.